I think living on campus is pretty expensive because like SF in general is an expensive place to live.
Like I work part-time and I am contributing to like my family's bills and stuff, but I'm also a full-time student and that's kind of a lot for me.
The curriculum needs to address the fact that students are working 20 hours and sometimes even 40-hour jobs.
The amount of money and debt we're putting into this, we deserve to not have to worry about where we're going to sleep at night. You know, the kind of balance that we're doing right now isn't even the balance that's asked of full-grown adults, so why are we asking 18, 19, 20-year-olds to be able to do it?
The university recognizes very deeply the impacts that housing insecurity is having on our students. We know it's really hard to be successful on that exam, to engage in a group project, or to study and be present and reach your full academic potential if you don't have basic things like secure housing.
Trying to balance my college life and my finances was always something that presented a problem to me. During all these years, I always had to decide, do I want to study or work on this project more, or do I want to be able to pay my rent and be able to eat? These were things that did not happen only like once a month. This happened every day. I am from Chile. I decided to come to the US to study because I thought that after getting my degree here, I would be able to have like a better life once I would go back to Chile. That's the idea that I had. But after being here for a few years, I realized that I just probably added more struggles into my school years by coming here, mainly because of the financial situation that most of the students face when they come to a city like San Francisco, because the prices are going up all the time. Housing has become more expensive. And I was lucky enough, I think that I was very lucky to find this closet to live in, because there were not many places that I could afford. Like all the rooms were over $1,000 and that was way out of my budget. So I found this closet that I could afford for $600 a month, I think, or $650. And I think that what made it a little bit difficult, I guess, is just that this small space really increased my anxieties because of the way you feel when you're between four walls that are smaller than what you're used to. Having anxiety attacks and not being able to move, like just like freeze in my room and not be able to move and not be able to get up to go to school and just all these things. I'm thinking like, wow, I was so messed up. During the first year, there were like a few months where I didn't have food and I didn't want to tell my mom because she was already paying for school, which is fucking expensive. And also giving money, to be able to pay like part of my rent. And all the rest I had to make it, and she would think, oh, this should be enough, But I was thinking like, it's not enough. Like, it's just not enough. And yeah.
No, mamá, pues sí. Yeah. Yeah. Te amo, te amo. Te amo, te amo. Chao, chao. Chao, chao. Chao, chao. Okay.
We really define housing insecurity as situations where students don't have a stable place. And how that can look is students who are sleeping in their cars, extreme commuters. So our students who are living 2-3 hours away from San Francisco State because they can't afford to live anywhere near this university. So they might be doing that commute, a couple times a week, or they might be doing that and sleeping in their car in the days before they go back to where they're living.
So I live in Sacramento in a small one-bedroom apartment with my partner and our teacup chihuahua. It is just under 600 square feet, so I'm already used to living in a small space, so downsizing to 72 square feet wasn't really too hard for me. So Sac State, I did look into it, but all they had was a film program, and I knew that I didn't want to do film. I wanted to do television more directly because I do really enjoy being a floor manager, and since Sac State didn't offer that, I decided to look away from there. But another reason I chose San Francisco is because it is the highest paying school for veterans. So because this is the most expensive city in the nation, I get paid the most going to school here versus where I would go in Sacramento. If I went to school in Sacramento, I would be losing about $2,000 a month. My partner has 2 jobs that are very Sacramento based, and we also just absolutely love living in Sacramento. We didn't feel like it was right for us to move out here. And because I'm a veteran, I make money going to school. This is technically my full-time job. So that's how we've been able to afford to build the van as well as for me to be able to commute. This is a 1998 Ford E150. We paid $3,200 for this. In total, it's cost us upwards of $10,000. I have a friend who lives here in these apartments. We cook together. I charge all my electronics in her apartment. As of right now, that's where I shower. And any other things that I really don't want to do in the van, I can do up in her place. She's offered to let me, if I get too cold or too tired or whatever, I can always go up there and like spend the night inside the apartment if I need to. But I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty well off in the van with what I can do, so. If I don't charge my electronics in my friend's apartment before I come down or at school all day, I can use this. So this doubles also as a battery jumper and a light. And this is my lovely toilet. It's the luggable loo. It can be used as an extra seat. Hello, how are you doing? Another reason why everybody is terrified of this van is because there's bars on the windows and it's a cage. But one of the reasons why I did pick this van instead of picking the 15-passenger van the guy was offering us to us as well. We could choose between either. I liked this one more just because of its safety features with the cage and stuff until I can feel a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more used to van life. Yeah, living van life is definitely not for everybody because most people I know don't ever want to live in this small of a situation, but having been in the military, it's just kind of like I adapt and overcome super easily. The commute puts a toll on everything. It puts a toll on my body especially, so by the time I get home Wednesday nights, I'm usually in so much pain, but it's worth it. In the end, the van will be a cheaper option than renting a room, because if I'm renting on top of my rent in San Francisco or Sacramento, here in San Francisco, I'll be paying like what, $1,500 for a single bedroom in these apartments right here? Like, no. And I'm not gonna share, I'm 30 years old. I'm not sharing a room with a like 18-year-old kid. Like, it's not gonna happen.
I did not consider at all moving into the university housing because that was already way too expensive. I talked to my classmates and my friends who were students about their housing situation, and they were actually sharing rooms with 3 or 4 other people in an apartment with 3 other rooms, and I just didn't understand. But at the same time, it surprised me that the school would be offering this kind of situation for students. Like, I always thought that the school will try to help a student. The school has just become a service that if we can pay, we can get it, and not something that we have the right to get to improve our minds.
The university has established the Basic Needs Committee. One thing that we're doing is we're piloting a crisis housing project. It's a short-term solution for students who might be experiencing an unanticipated or unexpected housing crisis. And then we're also working on a basic needs hubs and lounges project. So we're trying to find ways that we can either repurpose or revision some of these spaces to help students who may be, experiencing those situations.
I think that they need to be building more tower apartments, just kind of like that they have right down the street. I think that those are really beneficial. Maybe they could open up a parking lot just for van life. We can pay for parking passes for that. I would do it because it would be a little bit safer of a situation, because as of right now, if something were to happen to me, I'm not on school grounds technically.
I think there should be more rent control and buildings specifically like for people who are born in the area to be able to stay in the area. Right now, I'm in a living room in Park Merced. My rent is $600 plus utilities.
I'm originally from the Mission, and my parents and myself had to move out from there because of low income. And now I'm at Daly City and going to school. And what I've seen throughout my time in school is that a lot of people have to move out from San Francisco, even from San Mateo County, because of the housing issue.
In my experience with kind of the housing crisis is me and my family renting for the past 22 years, and then me having to leave like my childhood home.
I used to live on campus in the Village. I moved into the Excelsior, got evicted into the Bayview.
If someone wants to stay in the town, in the city they were born in, I think they have the right to do that. There's such a high homeless population in San Francisco. It just feels unfair when you're just talking to whole families and they don't have a house to themselves, and I'm here and I have this little corner to myself, That is a really heavy feeling. I would just never want to know that I'm the thing putting people out. I'm really happy I don't have a job in tech. I am an intern at Raphael House, which is the first family shelter in San Francisco. I'm really out here trying to get my degree. Social work is a profession that makes me feel like I have a reason to be here.
So definitely getting my degree here, it was beautiful in a very personal way because I got to share it with my mom, my brother. They came to see me from Chile, and that was something that meant the end of a amazing, painful, beautiful struggle of 5 years. We went to take pictures at Baker Beach with a Golden Gate Bridge, and we were just screaming and running at the beach and just saying it's done, Now again, go somewhere else, or we can think about other things, not just how we're gonna pay next semester or when we're gonna see each other again. Probably this was not the best decision. I just feel like I'm spending all this money and I don't even get to enjoy it, or I don't feel that what I'm getting here, it's better than what I could have gotten in Chile.